I would like to open today's video with some extremely good news. So, we finally got all that money, that employment insurance money that we were supposed to get all the way back in March and April. So, for those 2 months, all of those 2 months, we got all the money for that, and so we're sitting pretty now. So I'm about to take that and go downstairs to the office of this apartment building and get our rent all paid off. Yeah! That took way too long. Even after I pay that, we're gonna have to be a little bit frugal until my next scheduled employment insurance payment, because that's gonna be most of our money that I'm spending on rent. Like, I want to pay off all of our rent at once, so that when it comes to the last month of our lease, then I don't have to worry about that, and we have more money to put towards things like moving out, all that good stuff, and moving to France. That might cost a little bit of money. In other news, the scab on my lower lip is finally looking like it's healing. Don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I got that because a certain cat named Belle tends to like to wake me up by kissing my face, so.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You're the one who gave me this. Fine, I guess I still love you. Yeah, good girl.
Well, I'm on my way home from a little bit of an unexpected adventure. Basically, what happened is I went downstairs to pay my rent, to pay all of my rent off, and I found that the office was missing, by which I mean it was under renovations. So I had to go find their temporary office, which, as it turns out, was actually directly below our apartment. I found that. Then it turned out that they didn't have their debit machine set up in their temporary office. And even if they did, they reminded me that my bank probably wouldn't let me make any transactions totaling above $1,000 in one day. And I'm paying multiple months of rent, so that is definitely above $1,000. I journeyed out to my bank to get a bank statement, and now I got it. Sorry, it's really humid out here, so hence the out of breathness, but it is a really nice day, so I guess I'm not despairing this voyage. I'm just really warm. There better not be anything wrong with this money order, I just really want this out of the way. I've been waiting months for this. Gah.
I'm gonna wrestle.
Oh no, you got me! Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy, you're just playing. Yeah, that's right. You should come over here.
Am I being fun? I'm gonna fall off the couch any second?
Oh
Your butt is just like, you're about to fall there. Go get him!
no! What?
Who's that?
Why are you shoving that thing in my face?
He's trying to look at me. He's like, stop putting that thing in my face. I'm trying to look at you. I'm sorry.
Trish?
Okay.
Good boy.
Hello!
Hi.
It only took you 20 seconds, not really. We decided...
It's warm.
Is it warm?
It's warm.
It looks warm. We decided that we were going to have a little bit of a fun night because we finally got our rent paid off.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Though we're still keeping an eye on all the videos that we're exporting.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, probably the next one's ready to export. So we should probably do that before.
Good idea. Yeah, considering today is Friday the 13th, we've had some good luck today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got that money. It's really funny because we were, of course, editing videos and we would talk about, from like a month back almost, and we were talking about how, we should get this certain amount of money in the next couple days, and both of us were sitting here like, nah. Oh, if only we knew then.
Yeah, that took months. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that should have come to us starting in March.
Oh,
It is
by the way,
June.
I don't know if I ever conclusively said, but that money order was fine, so our rent is paid. So yay!
Yeah. Like I just said, we paid our rent up until we moved.
So we won't have any more rent to pay as long as we're living in North America.
And that'll be a huge burden off of our shoulders because we're going to have to probably amass a lot of money in order to get ourselves moved out. We have to paint these walls back to white. Yeah. We have to grab suitcases, probably. There will probably be fees for setting up visas,
Well,
that
I'm sure
sort of
there's
thing.
lots of fees we're not aware of yet.
Yeah. So that'll probably be very helpful. On another not so happy note, I have been waiting since yesterday for the supposed solar flare to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, sometime earlier in the week, there were 2 smaller solar flares that were released that interrupted communications, and scientists were expecting one bigger one to happen today, which would supposedly set out shock waves in the atmosphere, which would knock out communications. And I'm sure, it was sort of a could happen, could not happen thing, and most likely it didn't happen. But I am so nervous. Like, possible doomsday plus anxiety disorder equals every time I hear, like, a truck going up the highway and it rumbles, I start to, like, want to cry a little bit. It's not been going so great today, and I keep needing things to distract myself, or else I will give myself palpitation. I wouldn't have known about this. This is the sticker. I wouldn't have known about this unless somebody had posted it on Facebook yesterday. So whoever you were, f*** you. Because I have been so nervous. I don't even know if it happened yet because there were a bunch of sources that were, of course, covering it saying, oh, it's going to be Friday the 13th on a full moon and there's going to be a solar flare. But apparently...
No, someone's going to watch that video and feel terrible. Thanks, Annie.
Whatever. And I say it jokingly, of course, and it seems like if it hasn't happened, nobody's willing to write an article about how it hasn't happened. So also f*** you reporters who were just gauging reactions, I guess. But now we're gonna eat pizza and play fun games, and hopefully I won't have to go to the hospital by the end of tonight, because I am stressing myself out.
Alright. Now help me with this stuff.
Okay.
I'm looking so attractive right now. Thanks for the rash, cat. Looks like we didn't all die from a solar flare after all.
Yeah. Now that you've said that out loud, I'm expecting it to happen any second. I have an anxiety disorder.
Well, instead of that, it was a pretty good day, especially for a Friday the 13th. We didn't get as much video stuff done as we had wanted. Basically, we spent the whole day exporting videos and that kind of thing, but we got a lot of videos uploaded, so that's great. We're gonna have to figure out how to pace ourselves a little better so that we can not just edit a bunch on one day and then upload a bunch the next day. But we're getting videos out now, so that's a good thing.
I really am excited to get the E3 reactions up online.
Yeah, so we're trying to get there as quickly as possible.
While it's still current. Also, okay, on the point of E3, I realized that we never did a wrap-up when it closed yesterday. Yeah, E3 was cool. Lots of crazy stuff happened. I think Nintendo dominated, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else, unfortunately, was like shooters or Little Big Planet 3.
I mean, it is subjective, but I mean, definitely to someone with our tastes, Nintendo was by far the most interesting.
I mean, they had the craziest tournament, and that made me kind of emotional, like, watching it a little bit, because I cry really easily, like, really easily.
It must be awesome to be a fan of shooters, because you get so much of what you like all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like the conventions would just get so boring after a while. No matter how many times you, like, give it a new skin and give it a new place where everything takes place and a new aesthetic, new story, it must just get so tiring because people play shooters, I'm pretty sure, for the co-op and for the multiplayer anyway.
I love BioShock Infinite, but let's face it, I don't play it for the gameplay. I play it for the story and for the environment. All the shooters that I personally enjoy, I don't enjoy them for the game.
Yeah.
I enjoy them for everything else.
Now that it's been a couple days and I am over the jitters of excitement over the new Legend of Zelda reveal, I kind of want to just gently rant as gently as I can for a little bit. Before that, first off, I kind of wanted to articulate this, but I really couldn't at the time. Something that kind of annoys me, again, about the way he looked. People are jumping to so many conclusions when realistically all we have is about a minute's worth of footage.
Yeah, it's really silly how much people try to construe from a teaser when,
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun to speculate.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
But people seem really convinced of things that there is no evidence for.
Yeah, for example, Aonuma apparently made a joke. He said something essentially along the lines of, I never said that was Link, or that wasn't Link. And so people started, speculating that that actually wasn't Link, and it was another person. And people were like, is it Colin from Twilight Princess? Is it their daughter? Is it, a female Link? Is it someone completely different that has nothing to do with anything? And then a couple hours later, he made another statement, because I guess through the Japanese to English translation, the idea that it was a joke was lost. So
Yeah.
he came back and he was like, guys, that was a joke.
It's Link.
It's Link. And so he came forward and said, that is Link. And he did say him, he used the male pronoun, so it's not a female Link either. And so I'm a little annoyed that people who still think, like, just because he has a ponytail and pierced ears that it's female.
Yeah, that's not an indication of gender.
I'm pretty sure when they show other characters alongside him, people will get used to the art style really quickly and be able to tell gender apart. Unless the whole androgyny thing is something they're trying to go for. Also, they were just really stupid things like, oh, he's not going to have the green tunic in this game. Well,
So yeah, because they didn't show him with the green tunic in a teaser, he always starts with something that's not the green tunic.
E3 for me just sort of like puts into perspective how awesome like the whole community behind video games can be, like how much fun it can be, but it also sort of shows me how dumb people can be until everything is spelled out for them.
We better wrap this up.
Yeah, I know.
Especially since we're kind of alienating everyone who doesn't play video games. Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's E3 week, okay? We're going to be talking about E3. You're in the industry. I'm being obviously affected by the fact that you're in the industry, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It was great to see you today. I was totally psyched about it. And I'm totally psyched about seeing you tomorrow, so
Wow.
I hope I will. So
You guys, I would be feeling really complimented right now if I was you.
yeah,
Yeah. He's stoked about seeing you guys.
you better believe it.
He never gets stoked about seeing me.
Of course, I'm always stoked about seeing you, Annie.
I don't know why I took it there. Okay, good night.
Good night.